Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. Hold fast to dreams, for when dreams go, life is a barren field frozen with snow. Here at Langston Hughes Academy, the students are dreaming, and the school leaders are helping students to achieve their dreams. We are here today to highlight an outstanding member of the AIE family and participant in the RLRP program, the Redesigning Lessons, Re-Envisioning Principals program, the school leader, Mark Martin. We are also here to give you all an opportunity to tour the school, to observe the teaching and the learning that's happening here at the school, to ask questions of Mark about his challenges, the future opportunities, and the successes. And we're also here for you to engage with the AIE staff to learn more about the RLRP program and how you can participate, and others you know who are future leaders or current leaders can join the RLRP program. What I'd like to do is to have Ms. Betty Davis come up and talk a little bit about the RLRP program, and then you will then hear from the school leader, Mark Martin, about the history of the school and what's happening here in the school today.
When James read that poem about the dreams and letting children realize their dreams, we have a program we've created that's a 14-month certification, alternative certification program that provides leadership for schools, knowing that one size does not fit all for all children. We need people to come through our program who already understand in order to have a successful school, you've got to think out of the box. You've got to be resourceful. You've got to be an entrepreneur, and our program provides you those opportunities and learning so that you understand how can you be the best resource person for your school. How do you build a team? How do you get people to buy in and do what you want them to do even when they don't want to do it, but they know it's the right thing for children? That's the kind of program that we're running. And we want people who are already coming in energized, because I'll tell you right now, as a former building leader, you have to have the energy to make it happen. And there's no day that looks like the previous day. Whoever walks into your school that day, you have to address what's going on. And we need people that come in and understand that already, who are already not in that mold of this is how we do business. Because every day is not how you do business when you're running a school that's innovative and successful for children.
This is Langston Hughes Academy. We are a K-8 charter school that was founded 4 years ago. So excited to see one of our former parents, we miss her babies, with us today, and we're just honored that all of you are here. Langston Hughes Academy has been a dream of ours for a long time, and it's been a work in progress. I think we're in a good place now as a school, but we're not where we want to be. And we're constantly striving to improve. When we founded the school 4 years ago, we had about 100 students in grades 4 and 5. We actually started the school on Tulane's campus, which we thought was perfectly appropriate, because that's the end goal for our kids, is to have success in college and then in the world beyond. Our kids leave here in 8th grade, though, and go on to high school. And so for us to keep them on the college track, they can't just be average students. They have to be above average to get into the very best high schools in New Orleans. And so in order to do that, we have to start at kindergarten. And so our programming all the way up is aligned so that they're learning what they need to learn to not only get caught up from the deficits they came to us with, but to be ahead of schedule, so that they're progressing at a rate that they can get into these very best schools in the city that are going to keep them on the college track. You'll see that we're a very values-driven school. In the elementary school, which is where you'll be spending most of your time, our classy values are community, leadership, affection, sacrifice, success, and enthusiasm. And there's all kinds of different things that are built around those classy values that help the kids to embrace that. Obviously, sacrifice is a big word and pretty difficult for any of us to really embrace, but how can you get a kindergartner to understand that? So you'll see the cop being classy while where we really break down concrete ideas of what it means to be classy. We came to this school knowing that we couldn't just do what's always been done in this city, because it's been very clear that that hasn't worked. James, I'm not sure if you caught it, but said something very, very poignant to me, and he said not only will you see the teaching, but the teaching and learning. In the past, in all too many cases in this city and cities across the country, we've seen that teaching happens in schools, learning may or may not happen. And it may happen in this classroom in a school, but then it may not happen in this classroom. And our goal here has been to give our scholars a great education from the time they come in kindergarten, and in first, and in second, and then all the way up. Because that's the only way that we're, again, going to close those gaps and get our kids where they need to be. We want to expose our kids to things that they don't get to take in each and every day in their normal home lives. And so we have a Dreamkeeper garden where they're learning all about locally sourced foods. They're growing their own vegetables. They're growing their own fruits. They're seeing how an entire life cycle of a plant occurs right before their very eyes, and then they're actually snapping off a piece of broccoli and taking a bite out of it and saying, oh, food doesn't just come from Rouse's or the local corner store. We can grow food in our own yards, and it's not only can we grow it and it's more cost effective, but it tastes really, really good. And so we've also pushed that into our cafeteria. And you know a school cafeteria is good when the adults eat there. And all of our Dreamkeepers love our food. Again, it's locally sourced, so it's fresh. It's not having to travel long distances, so it's good for the environment. We're also composting straight from there, so the kids see how we can turn waste into useful soil. And then the food on top of all of that is really tasty, and the kids enjoy it. And so when you can get that combination and feeding into their bodies, we know it's going to feed into their minds in the classroom. We also have a music program from kindergarten on up. We have a Grammy Award-winning artist who teaches our kindergartners through third graders how to play the piano. We also have an amazing local professional, Sam Venable, who is our music teacher, our band teacher, and we're going to be in the Zulu Parade and in a number of other Mardi Gras parades. And these are kids who just picked up an instrument for the first time 3 years ago. Some of them are new to the band this year, and they're going to be marching in Zulu, and so that's pretty incredible. And then the Grammy Award-winning artist that I mentioned is David Pulvis, who's in the New Orleans Jazz Orchestra, and he's a bass player there, but again, teaching our kids those music foundations. And so we look at all those experiences along with our art studio and arts integration throughout the building as ways that we can open our kids up to the world that's out there. Take them on exposure trips where they're visiting college campuses, they're visiting civil rights historical sites, they're going camping overnight, they're going to Baton Rouge and seeing the Capitol, they're going to Washington, D.C., our 8th graders this year. And so it's really exposing our kids to the rest of the world so they can dream even bigger and then work hard to achieve those dreams. We can't do this alone more than anything else. One of our values is community, and we believe that in the old African proverb that it takes a village to raise a child, and we don't just say that. We have an open door policy where we want family members to come in and invest in the school and observe classrooms and help out with teachers, and we also invite community members in through both New Orleans Outreach, where they can come teach a trade to our kids, or just to come and volunteer and help out. We're a community school, and we want the people who are in this community to help us as we help grow the future leaders of this city and of this country.
Word.
I'd like to briefly talk about AIE. Its founder and CEO is Christy Hebert. She's out and about working today, but there are some highlights that I like to mention. And you can always visit the website, www.advanceie.org, to learn more about the organization as well as about the RLRP program. We are currently accepting applications for the RLRP program, the Alternative Principal Certification Program. I think the deadline will be April 1. Yeah, around April 1st, but that doesn't mean you have to wait until then. Please go online and download the application and send it in. But AIE began in 2005 as a partnership between the Baton Rouge Area Foundation, the Baton Rouge Area Chamber of Commerce, and the 100 Black Men of Metro Baton Rouge. The vision Our vision is to become the innovative partner to every educational organization and educator that needs us. Our mission: advanced innovative education promotes urgent, systematic change in public education by undertaking reform initiatives that deliver dramatically improved teacher and school leader performance, and by developing strong partnerships to increase student success and ultimately enhance the quality of life in Louisiana.
Our program is a 14-month alternative certification program where we recruit people who are truly energized and looking for another way to provide a quality education for young people. We want people who do think out of the box, who do take risks, because in order to take a risk, we do understand that yes, you do make mistakes, but you keep on getting better and learning how to make it a quality education for young people. Our program consists of a 5-week internship program on the campus where we provide coursework for them and bring in people from all over the country who are experts in their field, social entrepreneurship, those kinds of things, to give them an education in terms of what it looks like to build a successful school. They also are assigned a mentor and a coach. During that first year, they will be assigned an internship in a school. That principal will most likely be their mentor and will work with them on a daily basis and giving them the skills that they need to run a successful school. They will also be assigned a coach. That coach then comes in periodically once or twice a month and works with the mentor and with the resident, as they are called in our program. They will also be attending learning team meetings where the residents will gather once or twice a month and sit down in groups and discuss their challenges, their successes, and then we provide them all additional information in terms of successful schools and what that looks like. That's their first year, and they are also taking coursework at the university. That second semester, they take another class at the university, and then we give them training and test preparation so that they take the state exam so they can become certified. That following summer, they have another 5-week program where they are in coursework for 5 weeks together, and then they take the test in June. If they pass the test, they are certified to become administrators. But our program goes beyond that time period. We offer coaching for them. Once they graduate from our program and they are certified, we are still there with them for 2 more years as their coach. And I am that person that comes around and makes sure that I can assist them in their new job as principal or assistant principal, whatever they have obtained, and making sure that they get what they need and providing some additional services.
How does this program differ from current principal certifications?
I think mainly one of the things is the coursework that we offer, and we do offer coursework in entrepreneurship. We know, as a former principal, the resources, as we know right now in terms of our economy, are drying up when it comes to school districts and comes to public education. So therefore, they have to be entrepreneurs to be able to go out there and garner resources, as Mr. Martin has done here at Langston Hughes Academy, and find additional monies in order to run a successful school. So we provide them education in that particular aspect. The coaching that they receive after they graduate, most programs, once you graduate and you get the principalship or assistant principalship, that's the end of it. We don't stop there because we know once you become a new principal, you still need help. You have questions, you need some support, and being a principal sometimes is a lonely job, and we know that. You don't have anyone else to talk to, so you have us. AIE is still there, being there for you as your listener and your support system, so that's another way that we differ.
RLRP has surrounded me with caring, intelligent, expert educators who want to invest in this school even though it's not their own school. They care about education in general and education for all kids. And so I've had coaches, I've had mentors over the last 2 years who have been through all of this. And so much of being a principal and so much of running a school and educating these kids are things that you can't learn in the classroom, but having their background knowledge and their expertise and experiences to fall back on, I can always call them up. RLRP has also put me in a room with a bunch of colleagues who are all going in the same direction as me, and they're willing to take an innovative look at education and see how we can improve it, because we haven't been doing what's best for kids throughout. and the kids here deserve it and need a better chance, and that's what we're here to provide.
I just think it's a powerful program. I've been a principal, I've been a deputy superintendent, and I work with schools across the country. And the reason that I am so amazed and enhanced by this program is the fact that the quality that we offer and the people that we are graduating, they truly are representative of what we believe is necessary to run a successful school today.